Hello, my name's Thor, and this is my podcast, Into the Forest. So, my goal with this podcast was to really explore what makes a space special to someone, and what emotions can be connected to a special place that someone may have, and how can it help relieve stress, relieve anxiety, and just help people live a happy life and get out in nature. So the place I really chose to focus this whole podcast and center it around is this special location we found out in the forest of the Arb, up the hill, up behind Miller Hall. There's this old kind of ravine area where if you climb up a little cliff, make it all the way to the top, go over a couple logs, you'll come across a nice old rope swing and a ladder up a big spruce tree and a giant tree house. And we had known about this place for quite a while, but it took us months to find. And I remember the day we found it, we were all so excited because it was like unlocking a new area of the map. Like, it was big. So for this podcast, I really wanted to get some outsider takes on what this location really meant to people. And personally, for me, I thought who better than my friends, because we'd found it together and I'd showed it to a couple of them, the lucky few. So, here's a couple of their takes. Here's my girlfriend Rachel, with her take on the treehouse. What makes the treehouse special to you?
Well, I think it is super special because it's just like a little escape from the crazy busyness of campus, and you just get to like hide away and hang out and do whatever. But, like, you can, like, walk 10 minutes to class.
And here's my friend Milo with his take.
The Arb is kind of just this piece of nature that we have on campus, but it's also a really big part of student life here at Western. And the treehouse is a great example of that because there's a ton of, like, man-made structures in the Arb and in the Outback that kind of, like, reflect, you know, the things that students use it for. And there's just a ton of places like that. I see it all the time where there's like benches or shrines or
a ton of little shrines
where people just go to hang out and spend time just in nature where it's more pleasant. It's a beautiful thing.
It's so lovely to hear how these types of places can provide some level of solitude and just comfort, that there's a place to escape from the crazy hecticness of campus life and just go chill in the woods for a little while. And it's really nice to hear people's perspectives on that. So next, I really wanted to know how these places make people feel. Like, how does the treehouse affect the way you experience nature?
Okay, so describe like the vibe of the treehouse.
Ooh, it's very chill. Even like the people you meet up there, it's just like, hey, you know, like you guys are doing your own thing. It's very like just serenity. It's very chill and relaxing for sure.
I really like that because I do feel like most of the people that know about the treehouse are chill, and they all have like similar intent in being there. It's kind of like a shared safe space to go escape society and go chill in the woods. Like, if you're there, you're meant to be there. Now here's Milo with some of his emotions on the space.
I guess what emotions came to mind when you first like discovered this new place?
Well, the first time I ever explored the Arb was with you.
True.
The first time we were here. And I was just really happy to see that I would have this place in my backyard, pretty much. And I'd have
literally
access
in our
to
backyard.
it. And, you know, we just went on a hike the first night we ever stayed here. And it just made me feel grateful to kind of know that I could do that whenever I wanted, really. And that's kind of something we've continued to do.
Now, given its remote location, accessibility for people with disabilities is not quite feasible, sadly. But it shouldn't deter anyone from getting out in nature and experiencing the world around them, because there's a lot to find out there, even if it's not up a cliff.
So how hard is it to get to the treehouse?
It's It takes out the week for sure. You have to be at least a little bit fit, and it's definitely not ADA accessible. So
No, certainly not.
sadly, it's not. But it's pretty difficult to get up there. You gotta like climb a lot, and then there's like a rope, and then it's like kind of scary. It's definitely sketchy.
All in all, I truly believe that the Treehouse and the Arb in general are valuable locations to the students of Western, and they should not be taken for granted. Because without them, we would not have the same opportunities to go explore the nature around us, find new places, and go form new memories with our friends. I hope you enjoyed my podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Bye!